Is green. Also, I'm back. Hello. Can you hear me? Hey, Rusty, can you hear me? I don't think so. I am back. Can you hear me? That's fine. What? What's not correct? Well, lol. Funny. Oh, chat, you can hear me like you can hear me just fuck.
Hello.
Hello.
It's time.
Are we back?
It seems to be back o'clock.
Hold on. I meant to do a special thing. Keep going. You're fine.
Okay. Here we are. Pokemon Singing Sapphire. This is a hack by Dre. Generally, it's going to be about the same game. The only differences are going to be he's changed some types and moves to be a little bit more viable. The goal of his games are to make all Pokemon kind of viable and to increase the difficulty and smooth out the difficulty curve of games.
Yeah, we don't have chat visible on this one. Sorry, Sammy.
Right. I just didn't set up chat for this one.
But it's a sick layout nonetheless.
There's only so much screen real estate.
I usually use it. We're about 3 or 4 seconds. Is the delay I have on my end. So we should be fine.
So when we last left off, Team Aqua had kind of blocked off the trolley there, so we are finding a different way.
Yep. You got to go through the mountain, not over it.
A secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel. Through the mountain.
Also, Nathan's not with us tonight. He has other plans.
He's currently engaged in battle with Bawg, the Bawg Hog. Yeah, that's what's happening.
I don't know what any of that meant. For your information, Ian, he wanted to practice Smash last night, and I did not notice because I was practicing Smash.
I know. I was in the room when he asked. Thank you, Sammy. I made that name up on the spot. I'm really proud of it. Also, Rusty should look at my name on Discord.
Just Ian, bitch. Funny. Yep. Hoomst. Actually, Dusk Boy is underleveled, so we're gonna leave him out.
Dusk Boy. But no, Nathan is currently slacking off or whatever. So yeah, he's not here, and so I'm going to be the commentary this time.
Also, we are an hour early, and there's a good reason for that.
Yeah, Rusty wanted to go drive a bus or something.
I'm not driving a bus. That would be my life's greatest honor if they would let me drive that bus. But Desert Bus for Hope starts tonight. Literally right after stream, they're going to be doing their intro. Desert Bus for Hope is a charity live stream that Loading Ready Run puts on every year, and it goes for about a week. But the basic premise is that they will drive the bus until you stop paying them to drive the bus, and it will progressively get more and more expensive as the week goes to get them to do another hour. What I mean by drive the bus is they are playing a game called Desert Bus for Hope, or Desert Bus. Yeah, it's just Desert Bus. Desert Bus for Hope is the charity, but they're playing a game called Desert Bus, which was designed by the magicians Penn and Teller to be an awful game in response to Nevada's governor at the time saying that video games should be teaching usable skills and not be so much fun.
Yeah, it was in the early time of video games when all of the Republicans were like, video games are terrible and blah 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 blah.
And Penn and Teller were making a video game or a series of video games, and one of the games on their their game Penn and Teller's Smoke and Mirrors is Desert Bus, and you just drive a bus for the desert, through the desert for 8 hours, and if you get there without crashing,
You get 1 point.
you get 1 point, and the bus turns around. So that's the game they're going to be playing for the next week. And aside from just paying them to continue driving the bus, there are also all kinds of auctions and giveaways that you can participate in. And all of that money is going to go to Child's Play charity, which is a wildly important charity that focuses on getting video games and toys to kids in extended hospital stays. There's a situation in extended hospital stays where kids are very, very well cared for physically, but they go brain dead because they don't have anything to do. And the only kind of mental stimulation they get is maybe homework, if their parents and doctors think that they can try to continue to be caught up in school. And so...
No, Sammy, kids are well cared for, not killed. If you want to go attack kids, go watch something that CLG and specifically what's their Zelda runner? ZFG. They will run an event called Tackling Kids Cancer, and ZFG's chat has specifically taken that over to tackling kids. So if you want violence with children, go to ZFG. But no, Desert Bus for Hope is just good.
Yeah, so check that out after stream. Waruto is cut, correct?
I believe so.
Waruto, no matter his iteration, is always quite noodly.
He is quite noodly and quite goodly and quite cutely. I don't know. I'm trying here. I'm a little surprised that Cut didn't know Co.
Yeah, Quagsire's a tank, and Furret isn't known for being hugely physically offensive.
Well, Furret isn't known for being hugely anything.
Furret is pretty average. It's definitely not bad, but...
I don't know. Maybe not in this hack.
Get bonked? Oh no.
He's fast. Get bonked. Get bonked.
Get bonked.
So I'm actually watching stream right now, so that I can have chat, and it's just far enough behind. It's about 2 or 3 seconds behind that I hear Rusty and then see it, and it's delightful. Dragon Dance is
good and early. Ooh. But I like False Swipe, and I like it might be time to get rid of Dragon Rage, guys.
I would do it over Dragon Rage in this case.
Yeah.
I like False Swipe to have the catching chance too much.
Yeah, for now we're still really early in the game.
Yeah. Though I think your team very well, once they fully evolve, is like this is very, very well could be a good end game team.
Oh, it definitely could be. Pagel and Waruto are a little bit on the particularly Waruto isn't great, and Pagel I just don't have a ton of experience with.
Well, Pagel will get a lot better once they evolve. Just having the second evolution amount of stats will be really nice.
Mm-hmm. And it did just learn Psychic, so
yeah. So it's got its end game stab move.
This guy's going to tell us how to hang out in trees. He's an adult. It's fine.
He's not just gonna tell you how to hang out in trees. He's gonna make you hang out in a tree for a little while.
Ugh.
If it's similar to the base game, yeah, you have to. Yep. So I'm looking at Gothitelle stats. It's got base 110 special defense and base 95 special attack and defense. So this thing's not gonna die.
Yeah.
And base 95 special attack is great, especially for in-game. Now it doesn't really have a good attack, but you don't. It's a psychic type, and they're built to be special attackers, and it's not the fastest. It's base 65 speed, so I mean it's not the fastest thing around, but
It doesn't need to be. She thick.
yeah.
Butts. That's good.
Yeah, no, secret. I love the move Secret Power, unironically.
Secret Power isn't in Sword and Shield, is it?
Nope. It's one of the things that got removed for some fucking reason. It got removed. The one that I'm actually really unhappy with that it got removed, or there's really two. Return and Hidden Power are the two that I'm like, really?
Mm-hmm. Hidden Power was great for coverage.
Yeah, no, Hidden Power was the best. Also, getting rid of returns is just a nerf to normal type. Just a flat nerf to normal types.
Yeah. I did it.
Oh
now
no!
I have a desk.
Our table.
Yeah, we're probably not going to use much of secret bases because the online system doesn't exist in our really real 3DS.
It's really real. And definitely a 3DS.
Is this the lady that will keep on healing you if you just spam A?
Yes. And I always thought, like, as a kid, like, it's got to be limited. Like, I was like, it's weird that she will just keep allowing you to spam A. And I don't know, and I guess that Nintendo just decided to do it as a fucking troll. But it's like, it always freaked me out as a kid, because I'm like, but what if I fuck up and run out of heals or whatever? So just like, she only does it like 100 times or whatever. And if I keep spamming A, I'm gonna mess it up.
Yeah, I think it must have been a mistake in the originals, and then the remakes were like, well, we gotta make a reference. But I literally think it was just a UI mistake. Letting you get into that loop like that. Ninetales.
You're gonna have a Gothitelle real quick, by the way.
Good.
Normally it evolves at 41, so you're 4 levels away from its normal one. So, and I don't know if he's adjusted it or not.
Yeah, it's pretty early for a Gen 5, so it may not have been actually edited.
Yeah. Bro.
I super resist you.
Yeah. Well, no. You just single times resist.
Fairy doesn't resist fire?
It's the other way around.
Fire resists fairy. Oof.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I wasn't going to use a fairy move.
You do have a super effective water move right there.
I got a couple. Bubble Beam is still useful.
Nah, for this, it's about in the part of the game where it's going to start getting
A little. It's going to teeter off a little bit, especially with this one. But
yeah, where you're gonna. This is the part of the game where you're gonna be wanting a. Hope you kill this thing.
It's okay.
But yeah, it's
Chat for chat's information. Ian wasn't oof. I hope you kill this thing because it was a horrible cow monster. He said, "I hope you kill this thing because it used bide, and if it survived that, it would have counterattacked real bad." Hyper voice is interesting,
but is it good? What's Waruto's? Oh, it doesn't show you. What's Waruto's special attack like? Because Furret's base special attack is not great.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip.
Yeah, I probably.
Because I believe this one is plus attack nature, so I think.
So Furret's special attack is its lowest stat. Now this is base. Normal game. I don't know if he's adjusted it, but normally it's base 45. So, and its attack is 76.
Yeah, 45 is not great.
No. Break the mold!
Yeah, I'm just gonna claw you. Oh no. My King's Rock.
I was to say, Dragon Claw will almost certainly be a 2 KO, and so, yeah, you're not saving anything from.
Dragon Dance would have still been 2 moves, and I didn't have anything else to fight, so it's not like I was setting up for any reason.
Yeah, no, that.
The problem with having dragons and experience share is that I will only use Dusk Boy, and everything will level up faster anyway.
Yeah, I'm having that same issue on my my file of Sapphire because I'm doing a Wonderlock, so everything's except for my starter has a 1.5 times experience boost because I've traded for everything. Sammy, you deserve to treat yourself. Buy everything at the PSN sale.
Didn't you guys get a PS5? Aren't you one of the lucky ones? Oh, okay.
No, Sammy, buy everything. Everything.
What are you?
I do have it.
Oh, that's nifty keen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
And immune to false swipe.
Yes.
Resist Dragon Claw. Night Slash will probably kill it.
Yeah, I would probably.
I need to swap.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to Bagel. Unless it knows. I got this one in a shadow, didn't I?
Yeah. So
it might know Shadow Sneak. You did get lucky. You did get a PS5. I
Yeah.
knew it.
You don't kill it this turn. Yeah, don't kill it. Ironhead probably would be the move I would use here.
Yeah.
Because it's resisted. Yeah.
Perfect. Now, if only I had
That's
50 Master Balls. Like someone... Oh, 2 flinches in a row.
good. Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about. Because I don't own 50 right now. I'm at like 47.
Did you get some of that fight could not have gone more perfectly.
Yeah, that went about as well as it could have.
All right, chat, get ready. I need letters.
This Pokemon has not been identified in Hoenn.
So I'm going to give us a G.
S.
GS. Sammy says Vorpal.
GS Vorpal.
Sammy, a letter. E. GSE. Is Adam still there? All right, we need a word that has the letters G, S, and E in it.
Yes. Adam says X.
Oh, GSEX. That makes it a lot harder. GSEX. I was going to say eggs. G-sex. And it's his name. Her name. No.
Do it. You will.
Man. X is rough.
Well, like I'm trying.
Adam, I'm not gonna ask you anymore.
I'm trying to figure out like how do we make this an Organization 13 name?
Oh.
Getson. GEXSON. Yeah, Gexus there. What Sammy said.
Gexus. Let's do a capital G. I like Gexus.
Gexus. Wait, what, Sammy? Capital X.
Gexus.
If his eyes are actually yellow, I don't.
Her name. It is Gexus. Oh my god, all these cool ghosts. I'm gonna catch a whole new team. Oh.
Except you killed it.
I killed it. I want it from a shadow anyway. If I can get it.
I will be right back, Rusty.
No, don't leave me.
It's okay.
Solo streaming tonight, boys.
It's okay, Rusty.
Ian's gone forever. It's just me. So Trapinch probably has Arena Trap. Oof. Ah. Drowsy's as good as dead. You ready? Why did it forewarn me Dragon Claw? I have Night Slash. I'm going to click the Night Slash button.
I like Thunderdome, but I think...
Oh, thank God Ian's back.
I think you would have some... Omae wa Mushineru! But I feel like you would run in logistic issues with the naming rights there.
Ding.
Well, why does this one have iron barbs? Mine has rough skin. You know the one named after you, Rusty?
Because it... Did you just say Rough Skin is named after me?
I meant the Pharaoh seed, but...
Because that's a wicked burn for my psoriasis-ridden ass.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say something like that. As someone who has a lot of psoriasis in the family, no, I wouldn't do that.
Thank you, chat. My feelings were really hurt.
Hope you've got some burn heal.
I'm used to the new game controls where you can, like, what is it, Y to swap things around.
Yeah. Do you remember that there are some trainers in some of those ash piles?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to find them. I want the XP.
Yeah. I'm just saying it out loud to remind you.
Okay. Bonk.
And Nathan just got home a little while ago, and Crunchy is excited about that.
What the dog doing?
Crunchy is a good boy. Kind of surprised we haven't heard from him already.
Nah, he's out there with Nathan, and I've got the door shut. He's sometimes a good boy. Sometimes he's a little shit.
I don't have any rock moves right now, do I? Togetic is going to ruin Dusk Boy. I might just leave Act out. This just might be...
Yeah. You resist the stab fairy.
Yeah.
And I would expect a Aqua Tail to be no more than a 2 KO here. You do have 11 levels on it.
And superpower.
Yeah.
Let's go through that. It's been a couple weeks. I've canceled a couple streams. Let's go through my Pokemon and abilities right now.
Yeah.
So we've got Act, who has huge power. It says it boosts the Pokemon's attack stat. It just straight up doubles it.
Yeah, it's just doubled.
Any moves that use physical attack are going to be doubled. So
his attack is effectively 118, right?
Yes. So normally you're going to want to use special with this boy because 78 is bigger than 59, but 118 is way bigger than 78. In fact, it's going to be the biggest stat amongst everybody here. Physical moves hit very, very hard. Poison Heal. If I ever get a Poison Orb, I'm going to throw it on this boy. because if he's poisoned, he heals HP. Other than that, he's got a huge attack and bunch of great fighting moves. Waruto, yes, I was correct. He's got a hyper voice would have been very bad for Waruto here.
Yeah. Yeah, his attack doubles his special attack.
He also can't lose accuracy. That's important for me to keep in mind.
Yeah. No, he's adamant. Yeah. I forgot he was adamant.
We got he's good. Northpox.
So the thing to say about Northpox is kind of similar to what we said about. You see that item there? That's the thick club. That also doubles his attack.
Specifically, Northpox, Cubones, and Marowaks.
Yeah.
Get doubled attack with the thick club equipped.
Yeah. So actually, his attack
is actually slightly higher, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's rocking a 136 right now.
Yeah, he's got an unfortunate defense modifier, but that's his strong stat, so it's not terrible. Yeah. But having that thick club is really what makes him viable for this run.
Yeah.
Dusk Boy's got Mold Breaker. So any abilities my opponents have won't be able to cancel anything that he does.
That'll mean that he could use Earthquake on something that has Levitate, things like that.
Right. Not things that are flying, because that's an inherent
stat.
It's not an ability, it's a type.
Yeah, that just has to do with what type of effectiveness.
Pagel has Frisk, which is probably not ever going to be relevant. But she's fast. She's got normally a pretty slow speed, so having a boosted speed is great. Having a lowered attack is this is actually a really good build for her.
Actually, that's for in-game, this is probably an optimal build. Because your special attack is not something you're going to worry about.
It's good enough.
Yeah, and boosting your speed is gonna really what you want to do in game. So
you can see already. I had this one from like level 2, so it's had enough time to really get a huge boost from its boosted speed modifier already, and that's going to continue to skyrocket. So this is going to be a fast Pagel.
Yeah, and don't worry, Pagel will be learning more dark moves.
Yeah. Feint attack is just there because it is.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to see if I can replace it with something now. TMs last forever, right?
Yeah, and this started.
This is when that started.
No, a gen before they started to do it in Gen 5.
Oh, secret power, but it's physical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it does retain, once it changes, it does retain the once in caves it changes into Shadow Ball, things like that. So it'll retain those. But yeah. Don't worry, you'll be getting like a Dark Pulse here soon.
Yeah. We'll be good.
Yeah.
The fairy is just in this game naturally. So yes.
Yeah.
He didn't take fairy out. Yeah, although that is one thing he tends to do, is put fairy types into older games. Yeah. Like Soul Silver.
No, this is Gen 6, and Gen 6 is when fairy was introduced.
Yeah, we do have fairy types, and Act is naturally fairy.
Yep.
That's not even a hack. That's just
how
that's just the game.
Yeah, Dazzling Gleam would be pretty decent coverage.
But play rough. Yeah. Oh, Dazzling Gleam on Pagel would be good, but I got play rough on Act.
Yeah,
which benefits from huge power.
Yeah. I would probably run Dark as better coverage. I think it's better coverage on psychic, pure psychic type, just from the fact that it Dark covers other psychic types which resist your stab, and then it also covers ghost types, which is super effective on you. So, you know, because while Fairy is better for the dark type matchup, if my psychic type is in against the dark type something, I'm either like 30 levels over it and it doesn't matter, or something has gone wrong.
Shelmet. Die.
So I actually like I like dark for the coverage because it'll be more likely that I'll have my psychic type in against another psychic because we both resist each other, and I know I've got the trump card with the dark move. That'll happen a lot. I would let that happen a lot more often than I'm like, oh, I'm gonna leave my psychic in against this dark type that's coming. So that's kind of how I would hedge it. But this is Rusty's game, so.
Basically, I'm going to put whatever special move fits on that slot until I naturally learn something better.
Yeah.
Any coverage move is going to be great. Also, I am really missing anything fire. So if I get like a flamethrower or something.
I'm pretty sure Gothitelle gets flamethrower. Look.
I think so. Although I'm not going to count on getting access to flamethrower soon.
What? Woo.
I bet a bubble beam will one-hit KO because I'm quad super effective here.
Yup. I'm not seeing flamethrower, actually.
Oof.
Yeah.
Muna. Let's go back to Dusk Boy. He's going to get behind if I don't leave him out.
Yeah.
Every rare candy.
He gets Energy Ball, which would kind of be an interesting one.
Energy Ball would be interesting. I do have some good grass mons, though.
Yeah. Also gets Charge Beam, which is effectively, it boosts your special attack.
Yeah, so, Charge Beam would be good. It's going to be hard to line up using it early and benefiting from its boost, but when you do, oh boy.
Yeah. Well, like Charge Beam would be cool for like sweeping Winona.
Yeah, that's true.
Just you send it in against the first thing and you just stack it.
Do I one shot with a Mach Punch? Let's see.
Probably. Vanillite doesn't have
Bonk.
anything close to a defense.
Vanillite got hit kind of hard with Gen 5 leveling up low, having an absolutely bonkers dumb design, and only kind of average stats.
You want to know when Vanillite evolves?
It's like in the 40s, right?
Vanillite evolves for the first time at level 35.
That's sooner than I thought.
And then its second evolution is 47.
It's too late.
Do you want to know Vanillite's highest stat? It's base 65. Its special attack is base 65. You have a base 65 as your highest stat until level 35.
It's not good, Bront.
And then you're like, oh, I got an evolution. This thing'll be good, right?
It's a third stage mon. It has to be good.
Well, no, I'm talking about Vanillish. Like, okay, I struggled up to level 35. Yeah.
No.
So I struggled up to level 35, right? I kept this goddamn ice cream cone alive. Oh, what's that? Its highest stat is still its special attack, and it jumps all of 15. It goes up to 80.
What is up with ice types having weirdly high special attack and no other stats?
Oh, don't worry. Its next highest is its special defense at 75.
No, but like Glaceon has the highest base special attack amongst non-legendaries.
Yeah. And then you evolve it.
It's still hard to use because it's not great.
And then you get to Vanillish, and then you're like, okay, it's got a 110, a 110 special attack. That's pretty decent. Its special defense is 95, so that's all right. Its defense is 85. Again, that's all right. And its attack is 95, so that's not terrible. But you had to get up to level 47 with terrible Pokemon to get that.
There are non-evolving Pokemon with way better stats than that.
Yeah.
Like a few of them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's bullshit.
This team sure leans physical, though, huh?
Yes, it does. You've got...
I got Pagel.
You've got Pagel. Well, and Axe special defense is not, or special attack is not bad.
Oh, I have to go back. What are you? I don't need you. I already have one of you.
Like, a Zoomerill's... I'm on the right Pokemon, right? Oh, lol, never mind. Azumarill's stats are shitty.
Yeah.
In Gen 6, he got...
But it does have huge power, though, is the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why it's good. It's barely survivable, but it hits like a motherfucking truck.
No, its special attack is base 60. Yeah, that's not great.
I'm not using this, am I? Like, it's just flutes, right? There's not anything weird or special about this gen.
Nope. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, it's
still just flutes.
Yeah, which the flutes are really nice to have.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna run through the ash for an hour, especially on stream.
Yeah, it would be something I would do off stream. Kill the bug. Kill the bug.
This kid's name is Lung.
Yeah, and your name is Rusty, so what?
You think he has a friend named like Spleen? Or Kidney?
He's got a brother named Gallbladder.
Oh no. Appendix.
Nah, that's his cousin.
Lump is gonna murder this Sneasel.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna punch it.
I'm gonna mock punch it into oblivion. Normally this would be kind of a bad switch, because Sneasel is ice, and Lump is gonna be weak to ice. And Sneasel is very fast, and Lump is very slow. But we got mock punch. So we're going to be able to attack first, and Sneasel is also part dark. And ice is weak to fighting, and dark is weak to fighting. So Sneasel's going to take 4 times damage from this relatively low damaging move from a very strong Pokemon very fast.
Yeah, Mach Punch is a base 40 base 40 with stab is base 60. So not the highest, but you also it's 60 times 4, so it's actually 200 and uh,
240.
240, which is pretty good.
It's pretty good.
That's better than a super effective earthquake with no stab.
Who's this lady in front of my public computer?
I don't know. Don't worry about it. But also, you're not the only person that uses though. It uses those though.
I have never seen someone else even standing near it, except
a
for this lady.
It's a public computer. You said it yourself.
I said my public computer because I'm the only one that look. It's my computer. I just keep it in here. Matildo. I always forget that our name is Matildo.
Yeah, we decided to name it Matildo for some fucking reason.
Oh yeah, let's check out those mounds we caught.
Yeah. Let's take a looky look. No guard, because that's what it has.
Timid is not great, if I remember. Yeah. You really want attack on this guy.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Okay. We're not going to use Gexus. We forgot to nickname our Butterfree. I forgot that we named this Pidgey Gibby.
Gibby!
Gibby!
Weege.
Oh, Weege.
Goodbye, Weege.
Matildo, come here. Everything's a mess.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Professor Cosmo got kidnapped. We gotta go get him. Seems to be looking at Deoxys.
You're looking at the
Oh, come on. Yeah. Well, is one of those things that he adds in the hack.
Yep. You just buy those here. Those are stupid cheap for for evolutionary stones.
Yep. But this is about the time that you want them in the game. So he's not giving them to you super early. That's what I mean by he's leveling out the difficulty curve and making things just way more accessible. There's a lot of times that you don't get those moves until the end game. If you want like a Gallade during your normal game, you gotta hold on to your Kirlia for like 20 more levels and not evolve it. You just gotta box it, and then you gotta play catch up later. So, yeah. I don't have any hard scales.
Go rock smash some rocks. It'll take like 4. They
Is this the gen where they're super common?
Yeah. I went so there's the rock smash rocks up north of Mallville. Um, that you have to get on that route. And I went like a 5 or 6 streak of raking those rocks where I either got an item or a battle, like just 5 or 6 times in a row of just walking through there and getting something. And then I missed one, and then I had like 2 or 3 in a row again. After that, it was
Oh, I bet there's an item back here.
kind of nuts.
Right. Nope.
I don't think so.
You know what?
I don't know. What?
Put it on shortcut. Beep boop. Let's see. Lump is probably good here for this Fisher boy. What do you think, Fisher boy? I'm always disappointed Luminion isn't better. It's cool looking.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool mon.
Shame to kill it with 2 bullet seeds.
Yeah.
Pagel.
Big. That's early.
She grow.
Yeah, it's about 2 levels early. Which, I don't mind that at all. I don't mind you just kind of moving it down a little bit. Oh. Oh, it's just...
we
all
just...
right.
We,
Oh, just... Thunderbolt, huh? Okay.
We just get it. I did
All
that
right.
instead of Feint Attack because Feint Attack is still coverage. If I get into a tight spot, it is still technically good. And Shockwave, I don't need 2 electric moves.
Yeah.
Shockwave is fine, but we don't need 2. In fact, to celebrate here, we're going to let her electrocute some fish. Oh, that was a good call.
Yeah.
You think she
Yeah,
outspeeds here?
Probably. Gyarados isn't that bad. And you've got a plus speed each.
I do outspeed. Get dead. So,
Yay.
Gyarados is part flying.
For some reason. The reason that Gyarados is part flying and not part dragon is because if you had given Gyarados part dragon, it would have been the most broken thing in Gen 1. I don't care what Alakazam has.
Yeah. Giving it part dark instead of part dragon for its mega evolution was weird, right?
Yeah. I think they were trying to subvert the expectation with it.
But I want my dragon to have dragon.
It's not a dragon. Like
It's very clearly a dragon.
the story it's based on is a dragon, but it's not a dragon. Don't worry, it's not the most dragon-looking non-dragon in Gen 1. That still belongs to Charizard.
But Charizard does get a dragon mega evolution.
I said in Gen 1.
Oh, okay. I can't believe Dragonite hasn't had a Z move or a Mega Evolution or a Gigantamax or something.
I can. It's Dragonite and it's got Marble Scale. Doesn't need shit.
Well, okay, it doesn't need shit, but Mewtwo got 2 Megas and Rayquaza got a Mega.
Rayquaza got the most broken Megas that's ever existed.
Rayquaza gets to have an item and Mega Evolve.
Too bad he's not here. But, yeah. No, Mega Rayquaza got its own tier. The tier anything goes exists because Mega Rayquaza. Primal Groudon absolutely owned OU when it was in Ubers when it was introduced. It had like something ridiculous like a 50% over 50% usage rate, and that's nuts to think about. Mega Rayquaza was so much more broken than that. It got its own tier. Also, Mega Groudon is better than it's super ironic.
Whoa! Okay,
that
wasn't huge power.
Yeah, it's super ironic that Mega Groudon is better than Mega Kyogre because Groudon is slower.
Oh, I had Iron Head. I should have just Iron Headed it. I always forget that it's a fairy.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna tell you, but it's right there on your tracker that it's a fairy, Rusty.
I know. What tracker? What are you talking about? Hey,
Do the
thing. I pressed the button.
You pressed the Nuzlocke button, but it's okay. Seriously, go.
I don't have a tracker button.
Seriously, go support Jez. He was dropping some cool looking updates.
Oh man, he's working on a tracker theme for Diamond and Pearl, and they're not even out yet.
Yeah. Also, manual track. I think he's getting manual tracking up for Sword and Shield too. It's that's cool.
It is cool. Do I kill with a Dragon Claw here?
Probably.
I probably do. Bubble Beam.
But I'm pretty much done with my rant about Mega Rayquaza. But no, they decided that that how Rayquaza was going to Mega Evolve was he was going to use a move, which is one of the coolest named moves. It's called Dragon Ascend.
Not just use a move, but use a very, very good move.
Yeah, it's a good move. But it uses a move instead of an item. So it Mega Evolves into the best Mega and gets an item. When you have to use an item to Mega Evolve for every other Mega Evolution, including Primal Groudon and Kyogre. It's nuts. And it just absolutely would have devastated Ubers.
Give me some letters, boys. I'm gonna go with K.
G for Ghost.
Hello.
Hello. Is me you're looking for? No. We're dead.
We had W for Witch, KGW, I. Okay, thank God we got a vowel. Okay, I need a word that has, or a couple of words that has KGWI.
Wig.
Okay, how do we put the K in? Quig?
KWIG, like
Oh,
same as guy right
Quig.
there.
Okay.
Quig.
I thought
like
I thought you just said wig.
No, Quig.
Quig. Yas, Quig.
Like magic. Widgick.
Oh, I like Widgick. I actually like Widgick.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, damn it. I did the thing. I pressed enter. I wanted to change it to Widgick, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to write that down.
Write that down.
Because I like Widgick a lot. And we just got the ability to buy a Dusk Stone, so we might be able to just straight up evolve it immediately if it's good. So it's very possible we will actually use Misdreavus.
I like Misdreavus a lot.
Don't use conversion 2. Okay. Ooh.
Electric Boogaloo? Just for Wig. Rusty will right the wrong that he committed. That was a lot of damage.
Well, I did Dragon Dance.
No, I meant the try attack.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're watching Stream.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little behind.
Dragon Dance is a busted move.
Dragon Dance is...
Bone Rush.
Bone Rush.
So that's 100 damage. That's 65. And that's going to be at least 50 to 125.
Yeah.
$90 accuracy, 90 accuracy. Bone Club is 85 accuracy. Oof. None of the bone moves are actually great. Once I get Earthquake, it's going to be Iron Head, Earthquake, False Swipe, and something else. I think I get rid of Bone Club here. 85 accuracy is not great. Don't worry, Sammy. You will have your Widget justice.
So speaking of Dragon Dance being a good move, we have a clip of kind of about that.
I'm going to be honest, I expected that to one-shot. I'm going to be honest, I expected Zen Headbutt to do a little more damage. I'm over leveled, aren't I?
Well, not incredibly, but
I just have good mons.
yeah.
I've got a good team. Oh boy, oh. Sky Uppercut.
The thing about Sky Uppercut is that it's not 100% accurate.
Yeah. I actually kind of like my moves. Speed, grass, drain, and paralyze. And a pretty decent attack stat. I think I'm good. Right? What do you think, Ian?
So you're trading off, for Force Palm, you would be trading off a bit of power for the accuracy. So, if you're gonna do it, I would do it over Force Palm. Thing about Force Palm is it also has the ability to paralyze, which is nice.
Yeah, I think all of these moves are actually
Yeah.
I'd rather have than Sky Uppercut.
And then Drain Punch, of course, you get the you get the drain factor back. So, you get health back, which especially like when you're over leveled enough that you're 1 to 2 shotting things, that's giving you a lot of health drain back. So that's I might say hold off.
See, what I'm thinking is if I already had Sky Uppercut, I would be really considering keeping or deleting it for any one of these moves.
Yeah. Again, I wouldn't. The only thing that I would do it over would Force Palm. I would keep the punch moves.
But I love Force Palm. It's one of my favorite moves.
Yeah.
It's got high enough power to be relevant and the chance to paralyze.
Yeah. And again, we can get if we decide that we need the power later, we can get a hard scale fairly easy and come back and
or Brick Break or something.
yeah.
I'm gonna buy the Dusk Stone, so I'm actually gonna buy one of each of the stones. Found me a nug.
Good no. Good nug. So
I'm gonna go take a look at that Misdreavus.
yeah, while I was looking back at our clips, I forgot about this one. That was during Nathan's playthrough of the hack, and did it's good. You should check that one out.
This is just an average Misdreavus.
Yeah, I like Power Gem's cool, but
This is actually a cool moveset.
yeah, I like that moveset a lot.
This is really fun. You'd wanna level up your typed moves when you get them. I would keep Power Gem, but I would go with Psychic for Psychic.
Right.
Dazzling Gleam for Disarming Voice, and Shadow Ball for Hex. But
Yeah.
that's an in-game move distribution.
Yeah.
And someone named Matilda would have a Misdreavus.
Who would you? Well, I guess the question is, who would you switch it out for?
Probably Wardo.
I was gonna say the thing to think about there is that gives you another special attacker.
It does.
and I feel like Waruto's, if there's going to be somebody lagging behind, so that's why it's probably going to be Waruto. But
I think I'm going to bite the bullet and do this. Where is the name raider?
Name Raider is in, I don't know. Look here.
It's in Voltsburg, Electric City, right?
Hold on, let me look.
And is there a reason to...
It's in Slateport.
Oh, I got to go back a ways, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go around. We'll go through Slateport.
Yeah, should be, well...
We'll go
I
past...
mean, you can't.
We will, on our track, go past Slateport pretty
Well, you'll
easily.
go to New... you'll hit Malvu pretty soon, and it's just south of Malvu.
Yeah, I've been through Mauville already, but we go back through it
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
in a minute, yeah. There's not a reason... These games... Pokemon learn their moves after they evolve from stones, right? This late?
It depends on the Pokemon. Do you want me to look at Misdreavus?
Yes, and Miss Magius. I'm gonna
Yeah.
look at moves.
I'm pulling up Misdreavus here. In Gen 6, it's all it's all level 1 moves, so it would all be heart scale. Though there are some pretty cool ones: Mystic Fire, Power Gem, Phantom Force, even though it's physical, Magical Leaf, Psywave. But if we go to Misdreavus in Gen 6, hold on, vamping, stalling for time.
No, it's cool. I'm just gonna move on while we figure that out because I'm gonna level up Misdreavus and see if we learn some more moves until we get to a place where we want to use her.
Shadow Ball at 41, Psybeam at 28, Pain Split and Payback are in the 30s, but I don't really see you using those.
No, I think I'm gonna evolve her after 41. It sounds like.
Yeah, there's nothing I would hold for
After that.
Yeah, because it goes Parasong, Grudge, Power Gem. At
Those
55.
kind of stereotypical ghost moves that are actually bad.
Yeah. That Parasong isn't bad.
Parasong is usable, especially in... Oh, I got rid of my Rock Breaker. I could give Act some more coverage.
Do you want to, though? It would probably either have to go over Aqua Ring or Bubble Beam.
I haven't been using Aqua Ring.
Yeah.
And I need Rock Smash. And I'll get Surf over Bubble Beam.
Yeah.
And it gives me weird coverage. Which I don't hate it. Don't hate it. Hey, stop right there. No! Dusk Boy. I'm excited. I've never used a Mismagius in a main game.
Yeah, I've never used one either, so I'm happy for you.
And it'll level up real quick here. Darumaka. Go ahead and swap over to my boy Act.
He'll act up!
Darumaka and Darmanitan are also mons that I've never used.
I used the Darmanitan in my first Gen 5 run, and it's one of my favorites. It's definitely one of my favorite Gen 5 mons, but it's very high on my list of like favorite mons.
Pagel.
He and Crocodile are probably my favorite Gen 5 mons, but don't quote me on that.
I've got 2 move slots open on Pagel here.
Yeah.
Although I kind of want to keep... I don't hate keeping Psyshock. It's interesting kind of coverage.
Yeah.
This really is a tank, though, huh?
Yep. Just won't die. Look at that special defense.
She got a booty. Speaking of Crocodile, well, make sure this never becomes one.
I believe mine was Intimidate.
Intimidate Crocodile is good.
It's not better than Moxie Crocodile.
You're not wrong. I forgot it gets that.
Yeah, it's one of the things that actually gets Moxie. No, mine was Moxie, because I'm Moxie Sweep something. I remember that. But no, Moxie is really good. Also, Rusty.
It's down there. I know.
Yeah. No, that's not what I was saying. I really love the art that we were so quickly able to add to your tracker. It's like it's being automatically tracked.
Well, Ian, it is being automatically tracked by our app called Pokelink. When I say our app, it's one that we use. It's one that we pay for. And we're happy to. There is a free version, but we as a channel decided that it's worth investing in the further development of the app. So if you go to patreon.com/Pokelink.
Or maybe if you just type !link into chat, you could go go there yourself.
Support the developers.
Yeah. Jez is a really cool dude and works his ass off.
And he stops by stream every once in a while.
Yeah, he's coming to stream because he is dope.
He's popped in more than once.
Yeah.
Oh no. I've been dozed.
Oh no.
I feel like Miss Driva should have leveled up by now.
I don't know.
Does it have a slow curve?
Look, I don't think so. I don't know. It is kind of a weird Gen 2 Pokemon, and Gen 2 Pokemon have some odd things.
And you get it really late.
No, it's got the fast leveling rate, so...
I would have liked 1 heart scale. Are you sure you don't get heart scales post game?
You can, but...
Well, I know that you can, but
no.
in some games they don't show up in the rocks until post game.
It did when I went through my normal game, but you know.
I know specifically the Gen 4 remakes of Gen 2.
Yeah, no, it just says Rock Smash. You can get them on lots of routes and through Rock Smash rocks. So it doesn't say what percent they are, but yeah.
I imagine it's the same percent. Oh. This monkey's dead.
It will be soon.
How absolutely dare you? If I remember, Simisear gets Incinerate weirdly early, and it's in an extremely early game in X and Y.
Yeah,
It's kind of useful there for up until like level 25 max.
Yeah, and it gets Incinerate kind of early.
Incinerate is high damage, and there's lots of berries in those games. Misdreavus just got Shadow Ball.
Yeah.
That's got to be an edited move list.
Yeah, because it's like 41.
Yeah, we just looked at that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's making me want to look it up.
Yeah, normally 41 in this gen. So you got it way early.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to look it up.
Okay.
Vamp for me, Ian.
Vamping. So while Rusty's breaking his rule and looking that up, I'm gonna vamp. We were just talking about heart skills, and heart skills were originally introduced in Gen 3. They were introduced in Ruby Sapphire. I don't believe they're in Fire Red Leaf Green. That sounds right. But they were introduced again to specifically give to the name Raider. Kind of has here, or not the name Raider, but the move relearner. Like here is the exchange rate. Also, you had in the same game you had the colored shards. So red shard, blue shard, green shard. That you could and you could farm both of the heart scales and the shards underwater as when dive was introduced, and the different shards gave you you got so many of them. I think it was a lot. I think it was like 10. Yes, 1 shard, 2 shard, red shard, blue shard. And then you got the evolutionary stone that equated with that. Red shards were I'm glad you like that. Red shards went to fire stones. Blue shards went to blue water stones. Green shards went to green stones.
We get Moonblast at level 36.
Okay. Ooh. Moonblast.
That is when I will
evolve.
That is when I will evolve.
A Voltpagel.
So in 10 levels.
10 levels. Okay, I will be right back now that I've ant for you.
All right, thank you. One shard, two shard, red shard, blue shard. Did Ian already cover that? I was reading. Also, I did not expect that to go that quickly. Carbink isn't part fairy, is it? It's all rock. It is part fairy. No! I've been a fool. Because it's also going to resist Night Slash. Okay. I'm going to get hurt by some stones here, but it'll be fine. Ow. Why didn't you do that? So it put up defense booster, which is why it survived that Aqua Tail. So we'll have to hit it 2 shots. Man, that Carbink did a good job of setting up against me. I'm not going to fuck with Shuckle. I'm just going to Aqua Tail it. Because you don't fuck with Shuckle.
Why are we fuckling?
We're not. I got rid of it.
Okay.
I considered changing Mons, but I didn't. Because I didn't want to fuckle.
Sammy, you don't need to add that to the quote book.
Add Sammy, you don't need to add that to the quote book, please. Ooh, some more chances for heart scales. I'm glad I gave him Rock Smash. I had faith.
Be on it. Oh no.
See that Graveler flinch? It's because of my King's Rock.
Yep. So the King Rock adds us. Thank you. Yeah, it's off by a day. I don't know why it's...
It sure is. Is Streamlabs... Because that's all Streamlabs function. That shouldn't be anything to do with us. That's weird.
I didn't notice it off yesterday, but that doesn't mean anything.
I'm running out of Dragon Claws. Ah, this clown.
No, it was right yesterday.
Someday, I've hit Aquatail so much, I'm gonna miss with it when it matters. That's gonna make me sad.
All right, it's.
She's lump. She's lump. She's lump. She's in my head.
My head. In my head.
No, it's not a Blink 182 cover of a lump. Ugh. I hate thinking about that. She's in my head. It's down there, isn't it? What do we got? A boy.
Sammy. Oh, that is a good boy. I wouldn't have been able to do the rest of that song.
Thank you, Nose. He's Gump. He's Gump. He's Gump. I will. I will battle alongside you. Oh, I'm underleveled here. Get some XP, though.
Yeah, but I would not stay in. But just remember, that cat might have pursuit.
It has a muscle band. I have to kill this cat right now. Oh, damn it. It's not looking great for our heroes.
Yep.
That's so annoying.
You're so annoying.
Three times?
The 50-50 every time.
Oh my god, this is the worst mechanic in all of games. You deserved to die.
What did I do?
Not you, the Lipard, obviously. Now, In Love ends with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lump is...
And if you had tried to attack the Golbat, you would have been able to attack the Golbat.
Oh.
Yeah. You're only in love with that Pokemon.
Why are you using Brave Bird again?
Why did you switch?
You're just gonna die.
Oh, poison, right. Forgot about the fairy.
Yeah. It's gonna sludge bomb me to the grave. There we go. Mischievous is leveling up now. Keep old moves. Give up on payback. Oh no. That Swellow's absolutely dead. I cannot believe that Swellow survived after using 2 Brave Birds.
And getting hurt.
Bone Rush. Stop.
Who set up the rain? Was it the Golbat?
It was the freaking Golbat. I don't know why. Does it share more experience with me when it dies? No.
I don't think so.
Please tell me he's got more than just that Swellow.
Yeah, he should.
Carvanha can hit really hard, but I've got 10 levels on it. And it's not a Sharpedo yet. I think we're good to...
Yeah.
I do want to get rid of it quick, though. I wish they hadn't healed that... Why? Why on earth would you hit the Muck?
Because the Muck's really close to death.
It's not. He just used a Hyper Potion on it.
Oh.
Duskboy does not need taunt. He is already the biggest threat. Alright, we're gonna boomerang this goo. Oh, good move.
Good move,
Really,
everyone.
really good move. Oh, it still really, really bonked that Pikachu, though. That would have been a one-shot, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Jellicent's, like, good.
no. Jellicent's big. Yeah, did you see what that Thunderbolt did to that Jellicent? Absolutely nothing. And Jellicent is fat.
North Pox.
It took a Thunderbolt and a Night Slasher was still in yellow.
It also did more damage because it had a life orb.
Yeah.
Something, tremendous power, Mount Chimney, volcanoes. Mount Chimbim.
I was laughing at something else, but you're funny too.
I didn't hear you laugh.
I was chortling. What is it good for?
I like this cutscene because unlike other games where you're a little kid and battling just solves all your problems, here it's like these are actually adults and you won the battle, but they're still like just bigger than you, and
yeah,
it's like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're like, this kid's 11.
We're just gonna take the meteorite anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That was easy.
You didn't like that sound?
Oh no, not my trauma. These kids turn on their dang old angular momentum. I'll tell you what.
Tell you what.
It's pro time. Is that anything like if it's morphin time?
Oh, we just go to Mauville.
Yeah. They're just like, hey, want a free trip to Mauville?
I do. So I'm going to go heal up, and then I'm going to go change some nicknames, and I think that'll probably be the end of stream.
Yeah.
Goofy chuckled. You mean the Chaos Emeralds?
I'm not doing that.
Why are you going this way? Cycling road is right there.
I don't want to fight anybody right now.
Okay.
I want to get to the stream ends in 15 minutes, and I want to get to the name raider.
Yeah.
I'll probably farm out Cycling Road off stream as a means of leveling up our Widget. Drifloon is also cool.
Rusty, your team, it's so stacked.
It's basically the same team as when you left.
But it's all, like, upgraded now.
But how can you tell?
Well, you see, I know that you've gone to patreon.com/Pokelink, because your team is just displayed there right at the top.
So are you done with what you've been doing?
Yes, I am.
That's what my name
Good.
was.
I would
nice.
love for there not to be so many wild battles here. Do I
So-
have a repel?
Yeah,
Do the two of us combine to form one singular bitch?
I think so. I think that's Ian and Nathan. A bitch.
Which of us is the BI and which of us is the TCH?
Well, one of us definitely is the BI.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Nathan, I'll let you guess.
One of you is a
I can
BM.
be, I can be the TCH, sure.
I don't have a repel, guys.
Do you have a Reaple?
No, I just checked.
You know, so we were in an area, Nathan, that had lots of ash
Yeah.
that could have been made into flutes.
Yeah.
And one of those flutes acts as repel, right?
Yeah.
But somebody decided to not do.
How
anything
long
with
would
the
we
flute.
have? How long would we have been there? Do you think?
Ah,
So, if you didn't want to go through the grass, why didn't you take Cycling Road?
Because Nathan, I haven't fought any of the trainers there. Stream ends in 15 minutes, and I wanted to get to the other side so that we could change a nickname.
Okay. I think it only has like 2-ish mandatory fights.
I don't know that, Nathan.
And they may have changed it for the hack, I don't know.
No, I don't think. I don't think he added any trainers.
it's that house. Yeah, that's the house.
We know at the very least he added the one with all the cosplay Pikachu.
Well, he changed that trainer. I don't think he added that.
I don't know.
That guy was on that route. I promise you.
That may be true. I forget. So I see you've added a Misdrevis to your team.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty neat.
And we also have a Duskstone.
Oh.
So at level, what is it, 36? It'll learn
36 is-
Moonblast, and we'll level it up. I did look it up because it was very clear that the moveset had been edited.
Yeah.
I wanted to see, and because stones work the way they do, I wanted to see if I wanted to hold on to it or evolve it.
That makes sense.
Now I'll get on Cycling Road for the rest of stream.
Okay. Gotta come back with a bike.
I did. Your bike is too easy to use, so it's not fair.
Adam, you make the joke, but Mr. Drevis is actually a joke from Rare Candy Treatment. It's just a Misdrevis, but with instead of having like the normal hair, it's got like a big like mustache.
What? So I can see chat.
That makes sense. Oh, a dead mining.
And it's like only 3 or 4 seconds delay, so.
Yeah, I get it.
So I hear the noises and I'm like, oh, I know what's about to happen.
I can hear the future.
Oh, I can see the future.
Dragon Claw.
Dragon Claw. No lie, Fracture is actually one of my favorite Pokemon. I used a Fracture back in my Gen 5 NU days, and it absolutely fucked.
Yeah, it's real good. I bet I one shot.
Because with the
not
Nebulite,
even
you can
close.
almost guarantee it's bulky enough to get at least a Dragon Dance up. And my favorite tech on it was low kick to beat steel types.
Yeah, steel types tend to be quite thick.
We talked about
It's also the only type that resists dragon,
we were talking about
at least back in those days.
dragons, dragon how good of a move Dragon Dance was, and I pulled up the clip. I'm literally trying to show it to you. Remember this one?
Oh yeah.
Break that mold.
Oh god, you broke him right in the mold.
Peggle.
Bagel.
That's the Pickle fault.
Yeah,
I used to
yes.
use-
What?
I used to use Gothitelle and Ubers.
In what gen?
5 and 6 mostly.
What did it get in Ubers that?
What it gets is Arena Trap.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Oh, we talked about Ubers. Talked about how Groudon and Rayquaza affected Ubers.
Well, if you're talking about Mega Rayquaza, then you're not talking about Ubers.
We talked about that.
Yeah, we did
Rayquaza's-
mention how Mega Rayquaza has its own tier.
It's so busted they don't let it in Ubers.
Yeah, no, we talked about that.
Though it's no longer the exclusive. I think they banned Zacian Crown too.
They banned what too?
Zacian Crown.
Oh yeah, that tracks.
Sword Dog.
Yeah,
He's good.
Hey,
I
you want a
watched a clip. It's one of those I'm going to destroy this toxic troll videos that show up on YouTube. This guy had 6 Zacian crowns, and a guy beat him with a Bidoof. It was real good.
+1? Yep.
Normally, I don't
That-
like those. I destroyed these salty noobs, but the channel that
Yeah,
I was watching, the salty noobs start by being awful.
Well, and if you, especially if you have like start getting like some notoriety on Showdown, people will just randomly challenge you to have it set off, because you can block incoming battles, but people just kind of randomly challenge you to battles, or like they'll spam the chat saying, "Somebody battle me in AG," or in a custom battle, so that they can spam 6 level 1000 Zacian Crowned or whatever thing they're this week.
Yeah.
And you go and you beat them with a, I don't know, Fear Rattata or whatever, and
And they get
watch them rage quit.
I like that you just said Fear Rattata.
Yeah. Fear Rattata. It's
Rip in peace.
repeating Rattata.
Yeah.
Well, the R is arguably rodent, but
Oh, like RUSs.
yeah.
I don't think they
And
exist.
Rattata's not even the best fear user anymore.
Was it ever the best Fear user?
Yeah, he's probably the most famous. Donphan is actually one of my favorites.
Don't fair.
Though to use the fear strat, at least you used to have to be level 25 instead of level 1.
The Fire Swamp? I mean, I get the reference, but I don't know what you're calling the Fire Swamp.
No, it's because I
There's a
said
reference to
it's because I
RUSs.
said RUSs. I don't think they exist.
Oh, okay. I didn't
As a-
register.
Objectively, like, good lesson to comedic timing.
Yeah.
I was hoping my Princess Bride reference would pull my dad out of chat, but it doesn't seem to have worked.
Maybe he doesn't love you.
Maybe.
You, Nathan.
Got a Menectite. For the Menectric I'm going to use.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use a Menectric.
I actually really like Mega Man.
Thank you, Sammy. All right. I think that's going to do it for us for tonight. I've got a bus to catch. You guys do too. Please check out Desert Bus sometime, anytime in the next week. You can look at their website, desertbus.org, to see what kind of auctions are going on and see if there's a specific time you want to try to catch the stuff. But it's just a very, very silly, dumb, and extremely good cause.
What's their exact channel that they're
Loading, ready, run.
It should be they should be streaming on twitch.tv/desertbus.
I was wrong.
Loading, ready, run does not. Desert Bus is actually kind of run independently from the company now.
Yeah, but they're probably hosting the stream.
Loading, ready, run should be hosting it.
It doesn't look like they're live yet.
Really?
Yep, but
let me take a look at that. They should be live in 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
But go there.
Yeah. And that's it for us. Please have a good weekend. Be brave enough to be kind.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
I Raven.